Success secret number 4: persistency and consistency. Remember what we spoke about in the very first success secret? We talked about the right mindset, right? We talked about being absolutely determined, okay, and committed to doing things, till you find the right results that you want, right? Persistency. You need to agree and understand and commit to be persistent and consistent. You have to acknowledge that the results you want, hopefully they are big, right, do not happen overnight. This is definitely not a get rich quick scheme. You need to give it a reasonable amount of time for it to work. So you need to be persistent. You need to be persistent and consistent in learning things that you have to, in applying those things that you've learned, in approaching your prospects, right? And keep on doing those mundane things till you find success. It's not about going to 1, 2, or 10 people who you think would be the best suited to join your business and grow your business along with you. And when they say no, for whatever reason and in whatever form, those wonderful objections which come in the way of, I would have joined right now, but I don't have the time. I don't have money. I don't think this is suitable for me. Whatever it is, right? It's not about going to 2, 3, 10 people, and when they say no, when they give their own ways of objections, you say, well, I realize this is not for me. This is not the right opportunity. Perhaps this is really a scam like what my 10 people I met told me. If they are not joining, perhaps there's something wrong in what I'm doing. He should know better than what I know, right? That is not the right mindset. That is not being persistent and consistent. You need to keep at it. You need to give it sufficient time to succeed. Now, oftentimes, unfortunately, people take this for the wrong kind of persistency and consistency. I've come across a few people where they've been involved with a particular company, in the network marketing industry for the last 5 years, 10 years, and they don't make any money. They do put in some efforts, but they don't make any money. Why? I don't know. There could be many, many, many reasons, right? Maybe, and I'm sure the company is good, because I'm sure in every single company there are a lot of top leaders who make money in that company anyway. But for whatever reason it's not working out for you, then you need to sit back and analyze, right? Why is this not working for me? I seem to be putting in enough efforts, right? Now, over a period of time, if you think that you are genuinely putting in good efforts, and for whatever reason, the product, services, compensation plan, your belief about the company is not working out over a period of time, then move on. Loyalty is good, but the loyalty is first to you and your family, not to the company, right? So if things are working out the way you want, with persistency and consistency, which usually it does, perfect. But if not, you are at liberty to move on. So I'm not talking about, you join a company and you sit as if you're married for life. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your efforts, your learning, your being persistent in approaching prospects, right? Every single day, have you done what it takes you to succeed, right? This is the kind of persistency and consistency that I'm talking about. Now, you need to acknowledge that this takes time. Now, I've said it in many places, and I'll say it again. I've had the privilege of sitting with 30 top leaders and asking them one single question. How long, how much time, how many years has it taken you to reach this level of success? And I'm talking about every single one of them being at least a 6-figure income earner per month. And the consistent answer was, it has taken me 5 years, 6 years, 8 years. The period they said was always between 5 to 8 years, right? So you need to realize that this business is a serious business like any other business, which takes a reasonable amount of time to start bringing you the massive returns that you want. And that time, a good expectation to set is 2 to 3 years for you to be earning a very decent amount of money. Yes, you can start earning money in the very first month, but to start having a consistent, solid, residual income month after month after month, it takes a reasonable amount of time. It could be 2 years, 3 years, and in most cases, if you want to really make big money out of this, it's going to take 5 to 8 years, right? So you need to be consistent. Remember, there are so many people, a lot of people, right, who are willing to work 40 years for somebody else, earning a salary that is perhaps not what they deserve much more. And when they do retire, they find that they don't have enough savings to lean back on, correct? What with the inflation and what with the expenses that come your way as you lead your life, as you live your life, right? So oftentimes people work for 40 years and then suddenly realize that, man, I don't have enough savings in my bank account. What do I do tomorrow? And yet they are not willing to work 4 years for themselves in a phenomenal opportunity which could change the entire financial future. And that is where persistency and consistency comes in. It's not about being persistent for 24 hours. It's not about being persistent for 1 month. It's about giving it a reasonable time. Give it 2 years, 3 years. Be persistent, be consistent, and you will be no doubt finding yourself that this indeed works for literally everybody who's prepared to be committed, to be determined, to be persistent and consistent for a reasonable period of time. Success will come your way, my friend. The question is, will you be persistent and consistent? I'll see you in the next video. This is Joseph Punnu signing off.